The Lives of Others is both a political thriller and a human drama. The film commences in 1984 East Berlin, alternating between scenes of an interrogation and a Stasi training class. Stasi Captain Gerd Wiesler, known as HGWX7, demonstrates his interrogation technique using his own past audio recordings. Wiesler, an expert Stasi officer, appears cold-blooded and devoted to the system, committed to building a better socialist society. The initial 30 minutes portray Wiesler's character with sharp detail, showcasing his zealous and disciplined nature within the secret police's ranks. At the end of the class, Lieutenant Colonel Anton Grubitz, an old school friend and possibly Wiesler's only friend, invites him to a theatrical premiere. The play, written by renowned East German playwright Georg Draiman, features Draiman's lover, Christa Maria Seeland, a highly regarded actress. Draiman leads a comfortable life in an upscale East Berlin apartment and enjoys recognition from DDR officials due to his works being read in the West. Despite his apparent loyalty to the party and occasional support of fellow dissident artists, Wiesler suspects that Draiman's true allegiance might not be as firm as it seems, even if higher party officials believe otherwise. After the play, Grubitz talks briefly with Culture Minister Bruno Hempf, who also attended the performance and is infatuated with the leading actress. However, since Georg Draiman stands in his way, Hempf sees him as an obstacle that needs to be dealt with. As a member of the ZK Zentra comedy with authority over the Stasi, Hempf expresses his doubts about Draiman's loyalty to the Est Sozialistische Einheitsparty Deutschlands or Socialist Unity Party and suggests comprehensive surveillance of him. Grubitz, always seeking to advance his own political standing, enlists his friend Wiesler to undertake the task, codenamed Laszlo, which involves the highest level of monitoring of suspected individuals. Later, at a party, Hempf confronts Draiman and Seeland, not being subtle about his feelings for Christa Maria. He also taunts Draiman about the idealism portrayed in his plays, firmly convinced that people never truly change. Wiesler closely shadows Draiman, meticulously observing his movements. When the playwright is absent, Wiesler arranges for Draiman's apartment to be methodically bugged. While the team finishes the bugging operation and departs, Wiesler becomes aware of a neighbor watching them through her peephole. To deter her from speaking about what she saw, Wiesler warns her that her daughter's university position will be jeopardized if she reveals anything. He then establishes his surveillance base in the attic, positioned directly above Draiman's apartment. As Draiman and Seeland get ready for a party celebrating Draiman's 40th birthday, Seeland gives him a necktie, reminding him of his promise to wear it. She wonders if he knows how to tie it, and he claims he grew up wearing TIs, having come from a middle-class background, but had to transcend it to succeed in a socialist state. However, when he tries to tie the tie in the hallway, it becomes evident that he was not being truthful, and he struggles with it. In a quick move, he goes to his neighbor's door and asks her to help him. She enters his apartment and expertly TIs the tie, but her nervousness about the surveillance is evident, though she can't disclose the real reason. The neighbor leaves, and Seeland remains unaware of the true situation. Nonetheless, she is impressed by Draiman's unexpected skill with a necktie. During the party, Draiman's intimate friend, theater director Albert Jerska, faces rejection from the other guests. He has been blacklisted due to his anti-government views, rendering him unable to work for several years, and now people fear associating with him openly. As a birthday present to Draiman, Jerska offers sheet music for a composition titled Sonata for a Good Man. During a lunchtime moment at Stasi headquarters, a young agent begins telling a joke about Est leader Erich Honecker. Grubitz overhears the joke and compels the agent to finish it. Grubitz then uses the opportunity to threaten the agent, implying that he will be transferred to an extremely mundane and tedious position. Eventually, Grubitz claims he was merely joking, leaving the young agent relieved. As Wiesler continues his observations, he discovers that Draiman's views towards the DDR and its Est are not as disdainful as he had presumed, challenging his prejudices against artists as free thinkers. Simultaneously, Christa Maria is persuaded by Minister Hempf to be receptive to his advances. When Wiesler learns of this development, he starts to suspect that Operation Laszlo may be more about the minister's personal desires than the security of the DDR. Positioned at his surveillance post, Weasler manipulates Draymond's doorbell to alert him, leading Draymond to witness the minister dropping off sealant and setting up another meeting time with her. Draymond is spurred into action upon discovering his lover's forced relationship with the minister and the tragic suicide of his blacklisted friend, Jerska. After hearing of Jerska's death, Draymond sits at his piano and plays the piece Jerska had given him, the Sonata for a Good Man. Unbeknownst to him, Weasler listens from the attic and is deeply moved to tears by the music. Krista Maria enters the room, and Draymond quotes Lenin, suggesting that if he had kept listening to Beethoven's Appassionata, he would have never completed the revolution. He then raises a question, wondering if anyone who truly hears such music can genuinely be a bad person. In the following scene, a small child in an elevator asks Weasler if he's really with the Stasi, and confides that his father says Stasi agents are bad men who put people in prison. Weasler starts to ask the boy his father's name, but stops himself. Draymond makes a firm decision to expose the true nature of the DDR government to the outside world. With assistance from well-placed individuals in West Germany, he obtains an untraceable typewriter to plan an anonymous expose. His intention is to publish the revealing piece in one of the prominent West German weeklies, Der Spiegel. The article focuses on the DDR government's concealment of the alarming suicide rate in East Germany. It is disclosed that the government ceased collecting suicide statistics in 1977, at which time East Germany's suicide rate was higher than that of every other country in Europe, except for Hungary. 2 years later still, Weasler walks past a bookstore advertising a new release with huge posters of the author's face. The book, billed as a novel, is called Sonata for a Good Man, and the author is Georg Draymond. Weasler goes inside, opens a copy, and reads the dedication to HGWX7. In gratitude. At the checkout counter, the clerk asks whether he should gift wrap the book, and Weasler replies, "No, it's for me." Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.